right, well, let's get started on another project. This is coming along pretty good here. I need to tie it together with the star card over here, so got some cleanup to do. Get some stuff out of the way and complete this road, railroad crossings, and get some greenery and shrubbery down. Now that I know what I'm going to do, I guess I'll get started with that. So before I do that, I did dig out another one of my favorite cars, plastic wheels, so I'm going to replace those with steel wheels first, and then I'll be right back. All right, here's an interesting note about these steel wheels. Apparently I got the wrong kind. If you'll notice, this is the kind I've been using. And you can see how much the shaft sticks out here, and it's not as sharp a point, as opposed to this one that I just tried to put on. It's a shorter shaft with a very sharp point. They do not turn as well. I'll show you the box. It's still 33-inch flat black wheel sets. I liked the color better. That's why I got them. And they're replacement wheel sets with needlepoint bearings, NMRA RP25 wheel contours. Now, I don't know what that means, but they're Bachmann's, and I'm never going to get them again. So if you could leave me a comment about what you think about those, and why I can't get them to work well on my trucks, then I'd appreciate it. All right, I guess I can finish getting this area prepared now to work on. Get everything moved around here. Let's get these cows out of here. Put them out to pasture. Part of my problem is I don't have another bumper for the end of this track. I'm gonna have to make something. I don't have one for this side either. I'll have to finagle one. I think I'm gonna lay my ballast first, and I'll put some greenery down. All right, let's see how far we can get with this first section. Turnout up here is going to be very interesting. Not sure how I'm going to handle that, but we'll see what happens. Yeah. Well, that's one way to do it. Cleanup needed, number 1 turnout. Let's see how this works. This actually doesn't clean up too bad. It's just too bad I gotta clean it up. Didn't really know what to do with this turnout anyway. It's gonna be some painstaking moving around here, I think. I'm gonna get this ballast right anyway, so doesn't matter. Try to move this around where you can see that part a little better. Yeah, it's coming along. So I did find another piece of bumper track in all of the track collection that I have. So I'm going to glue that down here before I do any more ballast. As you can see on the other track over there, I've already been spreading some ballast. I didn't want to bore you with all that. So I've just been putting it down and trying to get that out of the way. Painstaking process, really, it's a bother. let's spread some ballast here. So I'm ready to spread some ballast on this part, hopefully just up to here for now. Trickiest part about this is keeping the ballast out of the frog and the guardrails, of course, and the switch rod, but it did good here. I was able to clean it all out before I glued it down, and the switch still works well, so that's fine. This one works good right now, but it's kind of tricky just keeping the ballast out of those areas. So let's lay that down. Hard to tell just how much I'll need here. Well, that's pretty close. Of course, I got a lot of cleanup to do there, just like I did on that one. So I won't bore you with that, but I'll get this cleaned up and glued down. So I've got the ballast laid where I want it, and the turnouts are all in good shape and working, so that worked out well. Next thing I need to do before I go anywhere else is to put this gravel road in. I also need to make the railroad crossings for both those tracks and this one. And I just don't like these. They just don't look very realistic. Works in a pinch, but it is what it is. But I want to make them for these crossings, and it's easy enough to do. I'm going to show you how I do that right now. It's really just a matter of taking some popsicle sticks and cutting them down to the right size to make the crossing, for the middle anyway. The stick happens to be just the right thickness for the Code 83 track. It just turns out really well. So I'll make a few more to lead up and to come across here. I need to cut those out before I do that. And just square up the ends first. Next, I want to cut 4 of them, not quite in half. More like 2/3 is what I'll need to fill in between the rails. That one's no good. First, I want to get these all down to about the same size, which is right where this piece of tape is. So I'm going to do that and clean up the ends at the same time. All right, now that I've got these sanded up, cut to size and shaped the way I wanted them, I'm just going to dip them in some stain, give it some color. And it's just going to be this Minwax ebony. Kind of a black, transparent or semi-transparent. Maybe give it that creosote look. And we'll see what that does for it. All right, we'll let those dry, then we can work with them. With the pieces all stained, we can now glue these down. Hopefully this will all turn out all right. I'm going to use a little clear Elmer's glue and stick them down in the tracks right where I want them. Hopefully it's not going to take much anyway here. Tricky part is to get them in between these spikes so they don't stick up anymore. That lines up pretty good like that. I'll leave that alone. And then I got to knock these down a little bit, some of the ballast, so that the rest of the pieces lay flat. So I'm going to take care of that right now. Now I want to continue filling in these cross planks in between here. I've got to level that up first, so we're going to try a little bit of sand here. See how that does. I don't think that's quite enough. to it. Yeah, that'll work just fine. Let's take this out. Put some glue down so it'll stay. Just some alcohol to break that water tension. I'm going to let that soak in just for a minute before I put the glue down for the planking. In the meantime, I'll put another plank on this side. All right, let's glue some of this down here. Yeah, I think that'll take care of that. Well, I think that looks a lot better than the alternative. It looks a little more man-made rather than factory bought or something. And I still have to put the road in here, of course. We'll pour the gravel for that next time, and some more landscaping. I'll start to finish up this whole area. So I hope you liked this one. If you did, please smack that like button. Also subscribe if you would, and share it with somebody else. I'd appreciate it. But thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it.